I'm just mucking out a stall. This is where we kept the sheep that were getting out. I haven't really made very many videos in 2023 so far, so I'm trying to do a little bit more lives. I've been staying pretty busy. I started an MBA program, and that's been very interesting. Learning a lot of things. I still haven't put any electrical wire or electric fence wire inside this stall yet. I need to. That way I can use this stall as a way of training the lambs on the electric fence in a controlled environment. And that way they'll respect it when they go out to the pasture. Now this part of the barn, from what I can tell, used to be a milk parlor. Well, I mean, this barn, I'm pretty sure used to be a dairy barn because it has the concrete section that goes up that high. That way when the milk cows would come in here and their poo would splatter, it wouldn't get on the wood and rot in it. There's also a poop trough down here that's filled in with a board so you don't twist your ankle, but that's at least an option if needed. I definitely need to make some modifications to this in order to handle Buttercup. And ideally I'd make another stall over there, probably another 10 by 20, and then subdivide it for the sheep. Now I would say majority of the time, the mama ewes are pretty good with the lambs, and they'll be all right out with the main flock. But the other thing too is sometimes it's just hard to know which lambs go with which mamas. So by putting them in the lambing stall, it gives me a chance to sort of get an idea of which ones go with which. And then we did run into an issue where Buttercup unfortunately stepped on a couple lambs, so I moved her out to pasture and to generally keep the sheep separated, and that seems to have done the trick. I'm not sure if you saw it, but I posted on YouTube that the lamb that was a triplet. So we had two sets of triplets. Unfortunately, Buttercup stepped on two of the first triplets. Then the second set of triplets, I took the smallest one inside as a bottle lamb, and then the other two were out here, and one of those didn't make it. And then the bottle lamb was doing great, and then took a turn for the worst. And then I had the hole dug for it, and then it seemed to like get a burst of life there at the end. But then when I did the 2:30 or 3 o'clock in the morning feeding, it ended up dying in my arms after it drank a little bit. So you have some wins and you have some losses. So I'm pretty sure that that puts us at 11 lambs that are alive and doing well on our farm right now. And I did check about some local processors, and they're pretty much booked for all of this year. So I went ahead and got got 3 slots for 2024. Who knows if we'll have them the right size and the timing and stuff, but it's quite remarkable. So generally I'll keep most of the ewes and then sell or have the ram lambs get processed for meat. I was looking at the grocery store the other day, and just a rack of lamb ribs was like $40, and that was just one of them. So right there you get $80 off of a lamb and stuff. So gotta be able to pay for the hay. I don't know if you've any of you have watched Doug and Stacy Off Grid, but I'd say about a month ago, Doug had this like stand, this little skid steer that you stand up in, and it's very narrow, that he rented in order to clean out barn stalls, and something like that would be really helpful right now. And just be able to drive it in, lift this stuff up, and move it on out. starting to make a dent. If you have any questions, put them in the chat and I might be able to answer them. Now my oldest, she helped me build a gate for this hallway in the barn. And that thing has really been a game changer as far as the functionality and usefulness of the barn. Having that, we can pretty much use the alleys and this thing to sort sheep. So I can open up that gate, run all the sheep into here. Then I can have a staging thing. That way if I needed to deworm the sheep, I can. And then the shepherd's crook, it's been a huge game changer as well. Just being able to catch the sheep and have control, maneuvering them. Gonna get the rest of this shoved out there, and then we'll be able to put some new straw down. But right now I have them, I put little dog collars on them. That way I could tell that they were castrated males, because I was worried if I didn't have some identifier on them, I would mistake them for ewe lambs. So I got that on there, and so I have them on a leash over there so that I can have this gate open and they don't run out. I'm getting close to having all the nasty stuff heading out of here. Okay, I'm gonna go get the straw bale from up in the barn loft, and then I'll get this stall clean. Lambs, don't go anywhere. Now this straw is kind of sentimental. I only have 7 bales left of it, but what happened was my Uncle Jack, he told me he had some straw that if I transported it, I could have as much as I wanted. I ended up renting the largest U-Haul I could, and then a truck carrier on the back. So that way I could tow my truck, and we ended up fitting about, I think, 220 bales of straw in the back of the U-Haul and in the bed of the pickup truck. And so I got that for free, and that actually ended up being the only time I ever helped bale anything. I had never baled hay before, but I was able to do that, and that was a nice memory with my grandpa, Ed Smith, and his brother Jack, and actually and his son Bill. I hadn't seen Bill much, and he was helping. Jack was on the tractor, and then my grandpa was watching us from the side, and then Bill was helping us stack it into the U-Haul. And a few years after that, feel like it was a decent amount of years after that. His son Bill had passed away, and then in 2017 my grandfather passed away, and then I think just like a year ago my Uncle Jack passed away. So whenever I see the straw, I always think of that good time and good memory with them. So I think what I'll do is I'll set aside one bale of straw to just not use it and just keep it up there as a memory of that time. But I would consider 220 bales of straw a pretty good snag, and I think I only had to pay like $200 for the U-Haul. So the other bit of loss that we had with the lambs was I had a water container that was like a foot deep, and one of the young lambs got in it and couldn't get out, and so it ended up dying. So that was really sad. So then I swapped it out to like a cut off 50-gallon barrel where it's only like that deep. That way they fall into it, they're able to easily get out. Now with this straw, you want to break apart these sections, because if manure and stuff gets packed on them, it can be a real pain to muck out the stall. So I have a little bit of extra, so I'll pile that up over there. There we go. Let me show you what it looks like. So, got all fresh straw. Got them leashed up over there. Once I get this all cleared out, then I'll shut the gate and let them free in here. And we should be pretty good. I'm probably gonna weigh them tonight, just so that they're not stressed out tomorrow. But I'll go ahead and let you go. Hope everyone has a good evening. And make sure to, if you're in the Wayne County area, we're selling baby chicks. I have a wholesale account with Cackle Hatchery. So make sure to message us on our Facebook page, and we can get an order in for you to receive baby chicks. Now the caveat is you have to be able to pick them up from our farm, which is in Wayne County. So if you can't do that, then don't message us to order your baby chicks. As of right now, I think the latest I was looking for barred rocks, it's like June when they'll arrive. So there's a lot of people wanting to get some chickens. Have a good night. And as always, now is a great time to start homesteading. Take care.